Alright, hi everybody. This is just going to be a quick video giving some tips for how to save and reformat the report that is generated by the PICA CARES Act COVID-19 reporting module so that the file can actually be uploaded into LSC's reporting portal. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to where you've downloaded the file, and we're going to import it into Excel in a way that will preserve the leading zeros that are actually generated by the reporting module. So go to where it's downloaded and actually go to View and make sure File Name Extensions is visible so you can see the file name extension, and change this CSV file to TXT. And now when we come into Excel and we go to open the file, it's going to start the import wizard. And we're going to say it's delimited, and it is comma delimited. And then this is the part that allows you to preserve the leading zeros. So the column that contains the funding codes, you're going to switch that from general to text. And the column containing the problem codes, you're also going to switch that from general to text. Hit finish, and that is the first thing that you need to do. Is open it like this. The next thing that we're going to do is you actually have to rename the worksheet name to data entry. So just like that, come down there, right click and change that to data entry. Sorry, right here. Right click, rename, data entry. The next thing you're going to have to do is we're going to save this, but now when we save it, we're going to make sure to save it in Excel format, either XLS or XLSX. I've been told that either is okay. So to do that, we come here, File, Save As, and make sure that you take off any CSV extension there, and that from this drop down you choose XLSX. The next thing you're going to do is just review the worksheet and make sure that there's no blank problem codes. Now every organization uses PICA differently. I would think normally you wouldn't have cases that don't have problem codes, but I could see it happening perhaps in a situation where you just opened the case at the time of reporting, and maybe your organization doesn't assign problem codes right away. So just look up and down this column and make sure, up and down this column here, make sure that you don't see any blanks. Next, you're going to just be aware that any blank birth dates are going to default to 1900. Normally, I would think most organizations in most cases would collect dates of birth of clients, but there are going to be situations I could see, for example, where maybe you have a group or it's a guardian or conservatorship case, and maybe you your actual client is not the person being served or something like that, or I don't know. Anyway, point being, just be aware that that's why you may see 1900 in here, and that's what we've been told by LSC that they would prefer if there are any cases where you don't have a year of birth for the client. So then the last thing that you need to do is remove the PICA CSV header rows. So these are generated by the library that generates CSV reports in PICA. There isn't really a great way for me to suppress that behavior because it's part of the CSV reporting library file. So you're just going to want to select those and hit delete. So after you do this, you should be in pretty good shape and ready to save it again and then upload into the portal. So just to recap, what you're going to do is open it as a TXT, open it and rename it as a TXT and go through the file import wizard to preserve any leading zeros. You're going to change the worksheet name to data entry. You're going to change the file format to XLS or XLSX. You're going to review the file and make sure there's no blank problem codes. You're going to be aware that blank birth dates will default to 1900. And finally, you're going to remove the PICA CSV header rows and save the file again in preparation for upload. So that is pretty much everything. If you have any questions or you run into any issues or find that the reporting module needs some kind of modification to meet your organization's needs and the particular ways that you use PICA, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And that's it. Thanks.